2026 begins as a year of high stakes for India, navigating a turbulent neighborhood from Pakistan to Bangladesh, managing a complex relationship with China, and balancing pressures from US tariffs that test its economic resilience. The question is, can India assert its strength, protect its interests, and lead with strategic autonomy in a rapidly changing world?
2026 is not a year of opportunity for India. It is a year of reckoning. Because the warning signs were already written in 2025, in blood, in tariffs, and in collapsing neighborhoods. Let's start with terror. The Pahalgam terror attack was not just another strike in Kashmir. It was a message, a reminder that Pakistan-backed jihadist networks remain active, patient, and adaptive. India's response, Operation Sindoor, was swift and calibrated. Terror infrastructure was hit, deterrence was reasserted, but deterrence is not resolution. As India moves into 2026, the challenge is multifold. Pakistan has not dismantled its terror ecosystem, it has simply outsourced deniability. And behind that ecosystem stands one man, Pakistan Army Chief Asim Munir, better known as the Jihadi General. More ideological, more confrontational, and less predictable than his predecessors. Munir's Pakistan is weaker economically, but more dangerous strategically. Terrorism remains its cheapest weapon. It now has the backing of Washington due to its own vested interest. So India must prepare for provocations designed to stay below the threshold of war while testing New Delhi's resolve again and again. Now, if we add the United States factor, Donald Trump's return to tariff politics startled New Delhi. The Modi-Trump bonhomie is not useful anymore. Punitive duties, trade pressure, and public arm twisting exposed a hard truth. Strategic partnership does not mean economic immunity. In 2026, India faces a dilemma: deepen defense and security ties with Washington while absorbing trade shocks that directly hurt growth, manufacturing, and exports. This is not alliance politics, this is transactional geopolitics. And it leaves India squeezed between American pressure on one side and Chinese economic gravity on the other. Then comes the neighborhood, where instability has become the norm. In Bangladesh, the fall of Sheikh Hasina was not just a domestic political shift, it was a geopolitical earthquake. The vacuum that followed saw unrest, uncertainty, and rising anti-India sentiment. For New Delhi, the challenge in 2026 is stark: how to protect strategic interests and minorities in Bangladesh without being dragged into its internal chaos. Further north, Nepal's Gen Z-driven political upheaval has exposed how fragile India's traditional influence has become. A younger, angrier political class, suspicious of India, open to China, is reshaping Kathmandu's worldview. India's old playbook no longer works. Emotional ties mean little in an era of viral nationalism and social media mobilization. And beyond Nepal and Bangladesh lies a bigger problem: China's silent advance into South Asia, filling every vacuum left by instability. Which brings us back to Beijing. China remains India's most complex challenge in 2026. The border is tense but quiet. Trade continues despite mistrust. Diplomacy exists without confidence. Any Indian response to Pakistan is watched by China. Any Quad move is measured in Beijing. Any economic decoupling risks self-harm. India is forced to compete with China without provoking it into escalation. That balancing act now defines India's foreign policy. And nowhere is that balancing act more exposed than in India's minilateral diplomacy. In 2026, New Delhi will chair BRICS Plus while engaging deeply with the Quad. Two platforms, two audiences, two completely different expectations. Through BRICS, India wants development, energy security, and global South leadership without turning the bloc into an anti-West alliance dominated by China. Through the Quad, India wants maritime security, resilient supply chains, and Indo-Pacific stability without becoming part of a formal military bloc. The risk is real. A stronger Quad angers China. A louder BRICS empowers China. The test for India in 2026 is whether it can extract real outcomes from both without losing strategic credibility or autonomy. This is no longer about idealism. It is about survival in a fractured world order. So what is India's core challenge in 2026? It is not war. It is not peace. It is managing simultaneous pressure, terror from Pakistan, tariffs from the US, instability in the neighborhood, and strategic competition with China without overreacting, without retreating, and without choosing sides too early. The margin for error is thin. The cost of miscalculation is high. So the question is, can India stay firm without becoming rigid, flexible without appearing weak, and autonomous without standing alone? That answer will define India's place in the world, not just this year, but for the decade ahead. With Rudrashish Kanjilal, Bureau Report, India Today Global.